Good morning, and we want to thank everybody for taking the time to come down and spend with us today. I want to make a few introductions, and then I'm going to turn it over to Special Agent in Charge Randy Teese out of Omaha. On the far right, I have Sheriff Alan Moore with the Saline County Sheriff's Office. Adjacent to him is Mark Martinez. He's the U.S. Marshal for the District of Nebraska. Colonel John Bullock, Randy, and of course it's Teese. Dicey. Yep. Close. Special Agent in Charge with the Federal Bureau of Investigations. And then most importantly, Sydney's parents, Susie and George, have traveled down here today. And we felt that it was important to meet everybody, all of us, and those from our agencies that are working to find her, and for all of you to meet them and know how important it is, your assistance in helping locate Sydney. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Randy.
Yep. Thanks, Chief.
Yep.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Randy Teese. I'm Special Agent in Charge of the FBI Omaha Division. Joining me here today is everybody that's been working on this task force, all the different agencies involved. So we've been working very good together. Also joining us today are Sydney's parents, George and Susie, so thank you guys for being here. We're here today to ask for the public's help in obtaining information relating to a missing woman, Sydney Loofe. Now, Sydney's been missing for nearly 2 weeks, and we extend our heartfelt prayers and wishes to the entire Loofe family and all the friends during this trying time. Also, I'd like to thank all the volunteers that have been assisting law enforcement over the last few days. I really appreciate their assistance. Sydney went missing on the evening of November 16th. On November 17th, Sydney's mother contacted the Lincoln Police Department and asked for a welfare check because she hadn't heard from her. And then shortly after that, it was determined that she was missing. Recent information that we received from the public has really helped our investigation tremendously. So that's kind of why we're here today, is to ask for the public's assistance in getting information to help locate and bring Sydney home. Okay. Literally moments ago, we've made contact with two individuals that I think we all know here, Miss Boswell and but it's a very fluid situation. We've located both of them, and we're talking with both of them at this particular time. So as the details become more clear and as it develops, I will keep everybody updated. But even though we've interviewed, or we have located and interacting with the two individuals that have been in the news relating to this investigation, we are still seeking any and all information from anybody regarding their knowledge of where Sydney could be, and to ask for their assistance. To that end, what we've done, the FBI has set up a number and asking anybody with any information relating to this investigation to give us a call. Our number is area code 402-493-8688, and you just hit option 1. We have multiple individuals standing by ready to take your calls, and they'll be able to get this information to our task force that is working this investigation, so it can be immediately turned into actionable items. But we stand shoulder to shoulder with our law enforcement partners, and we're all committed, and we are applying all of our resources to help bring Sydney home. I know you guys will have a lot of further questions as the case develops, but this is an ongoing investigation, and we ask for your patience and understanding as it develops. Due to the critical nature and the type of investigation, there's a lot of comments that I won't be able to make at this time, but I'd like to reassure everyone that we are doing our best as a law enforcement team here to pursue any and all leads relating to this investigation. I appreciate everyone joining us today and hope together as a community we can work together to bring Sydney home. And again, I ask anybody in the public with any information to call us at area code 402-493-8688, and then again hit option 1 on the phone. And with that, we'll take a few questions.
Did they turn themselves in, the 2 people of interest?
At this time, I'd rather not comment on that. They've been located, and we are interacting with them right now.
Where were they located at?
Somewhere in the Midwest, as of right now.
They're not in Lincoln though at this time?
No, they are not.
Did this search find anything in Miller?
Sheriff Alan Moore and a whole host, I think that when we were speaking last night, over 50 law enforcement personnel and several volunteers were involved in those particular searches, and they did not discover any new evidence that are leading us directly to where Sydney may be. I'm going to... I think George wants to sort of make a couple comments, please, and then we're going to go ahead, George.
I guess on behalf of our family,
That's okay. That's okay.
on behalf of our family, I would like to thank all of you, all of the people that have made the pins, made the flyers, gotten the word out on social media, all the support that our family has received. Continue that, and thank you for all of your prayers. And in my opinion, someone knows something. Please do the right thing. Thank you.
Thanks, George. You want to take her back to see? You want to take these guys back and see? We'll see. Take her back and see. So, thank you. Go ahead. All right.
They claim that they've made contact with you guys very early on in the investigation, but they say you guys never said that happened. Can you say whether that did or not happen?
Go ahead, Chief.
Sure, I can answer that. They have attempted to make contact. We have had contact, and going into it any further than that is, I think, is detracting from the investigative process, and so that's the comments I
But they
will make.
were cooperative from the beginning?
And we had contact with them over the phone.
And I have a question. It seems like yesterday's efforts really kind of ramped up the investigation. Why is that? Why 2 weeks later was it kind of picked up?
Yeah, certainly, Brandy, that is the perception that comes out, but that is not the reality. I can assure you, since the moment that Susie made the call to the Lincoln Police Department, that all of these agencies have been working diligently behind the scenes, and our personnel have been working around the clock in an effort to try to find Sydney, and then as things developed and we learned more, eventually tried to find Bailey Boswell and Aubrey Trail. And the emphasis hasn't changed. It's been there since the infancy.
What's the next step here? Do you guys have an area that you're searching next?
The next steps are, one, with the assistance of everybody that listens to all of your outlets, of where is Sydney right now. 2 is, as relayed by Randy, there have been arrests made, and the individuals, let me back up. We have been in contact, and we are now have the opportunity to speak once again with Aubrey Trail and Bailey Boswell. And we'll be sending personnel down there to speak with them.
They mentioned in one of their posts yesterday that the second night that Sydney went out with Boswell, that she was dropped off at a friend's house. Has that been verified? Is that the case, or is that still being determined at this point? And if so, where was that friend's house at?
Those statements have been known since the beginning of the investigation, and we are continuing to try to vet that information, Jeff.
Have they been charged with anything?
There are outstanding warrants for Bailey Boswell for possession of some type of narcotic. I don't know off the top of my head. And then there is a Saline County District Court warrant for Aubrey Trail for possession of a firearm by a prohibited person.
But nothing Sydney related?
That is correct. They're persons of interest in this investigation. We want to talk to them because, as they have stated in their Facebook posts to all of you and to the public, that they were with Sydney in a very close proximity to the last time we know that where she was.
How helpful has the public's information been? You said you've had some help in that. How helpful has it been?
Yeah, it's been very helpful. It's provided us with several leads, but I'd rather, as this develops, and I will kind of reveal that and give you more details, but it's been very helpful.
It seems as though there's a lot of effort focused on searching a pond yesterday near where she may have been last. Is that the case, or why was that pond searched for so long?
There's been multiple searches that have begun since the 16th of November when this all started, and they brought to all of your attention areas in rural Saline and Gage County that were searched, but that's just based upon information as we continue to develop it. And again, some of that information, once we receive it, we want to go out and say, is it good information, or is it something that we just need to rule out as being involved? And that's what yesterday's efforts were all about. We'll take a couple more, I think, and then...
There have been rumors that Sydney's cell phone was found buried in a yard in Wilbur, that near the home that the persons of interest lived in. Can you confirm whether or not that is true?
To speculate on the rumors of this, on that particular one, that is not true.
Is there hope that she can be found alive?
Yes, absolutely.
So the warrant out of Saline County is active, Trail?
Yeah. Again, the information that was relayed by Aubrey Trail on the Facebook would suggest that the warrant was issued and then canceled. That's accurate. It was issued, canceled, and reissued as a result of a bond, the dollar amount that is required for him to post bond. So it's a process, an administrative process issue that he's referring to, but the warrant is active.
That warrant was updated yesterday and is sealed. Is the warrant still for possession of a firearm, or has it been upgraded to something else?
Andrew, you're talking about Aubrey Trail?
Yes.
Jeff, I can relate to that.
Yep.
The activity on that warrant yesterday was more of the sealed nature as far as sealing the information that we have in the affidavit in that warrant. So the actual warrant did not change.
In one of the videos they posted, they said that they provided statements to a lawyer and that the police should have them by now. Is that something that you guys have looked into?
That's part of the investigative process that we're still looking into. I think with that, we thank you once again for coming down, sharing this message, and meeting George and Susie. Thank you.